Hello and welcome to my allotment journey. My name is Sarah and I'm so pleased that you clicked on this link to have a little bit of nosy about what I get up to at the allotment. I've had my allotment for 2 years, but I never documented it apart from pictures. I took hundreds and hundreds of pictures, but I never videoed it. But I'm 2 years in now and I want to show you my allotment because I'm going to make some big changes and you are going to help me. You're going to advise me because I'm a novice at best, to be honest. But yes, please join me at the allotment. I do have the plants to show you. I do have some jobs to do. So first of all, first thing I'm going to do is what I always do when I get here is go and get a big cart full of the chippings. Oh, I've moved my chair. I've moved my chair to there. Purely because in the other space behind me, well, you can't show you because Meadow's sat there and she doesn't want to be seen. So what I do have there is the lounging chairs where that bench used to be. It just makes better use of the space. Okay, well, I can show you that later, but there you go. I have put that bench there and you can sit there. There's plenty of room for your feet. I was finding I was lying on it. So I thought I might as well have the lounger. Swap it for the lounger because then I can lie on the lounger and just sit on the bench. Right, so you know the score. We're just going to go down the hill with the trolley and get some bark, some wood chippings. Okay, so let's have a look at the cabbages. You know, they're growing. What can I say? I haven't killed them. They all seem to be growing quite nice. I did come at weekend and give them a bit of a weed, but a bit of a water, sorry. There you go, they look like, let me take my gloves off because absolutely, whew, I am sweating. It's so hot, honestly. So hot, let me just take these gloves off. Right, gloves are off. Sweet peas. Okay, sweet peas, that one is going like Billy out. Definitely is. Do we nip it out? Shall we? I don't know what we're doing. Let's do it anyway. Let's snip it out anyway, just in case. It's quite a big one. So we nipped that one out. But they're growing finally. I don't know if they're going to reach any sort of height. To be fair, because they're not. It's June. Where are we now? June. So we're in the middle of June now. Just so you get your bearings right. I will be putting up double videos at some point in August to sort of catch up a little bit. Okay, I still will be a few in advance. But I'll just sort of bring that season a bit closer to actually the right time. But as I'm filming this, it is the middle of June, but it's probably August now for you. Right, sweet corn. You know what, it's starting to grow now. We've got some whoppers and we've got some tiddlers. These tiddlers probably won't amount to much, but we've got ones that are growing now. Maybe, just maybe, if we carry on with the sunshine, just maybe, we might get something out of that. Potatoes, I have dug up some potatoes. I did dig up some to test and they were great. I'm just going to leave them a little bit longer. I won't dig them up again without you. I just did it because I came at weekend to drop stuff off and so that's when I dug it up. So I will, next time I do it, I'll do it with you in mind. But we've also got a poppy, and you know I grow poppies and potatoes. So that's a beautiful poppy. I've got loads of poppies coming up here. Loads of poppies. All these flowers are here. I told you, these purple ones grow like Billy O. I might, if these come up again next year, I'll probably thin them out a little bit. But this is just bushed up. This is the wildflower bit, in case you can't tell. Got all sorts coming up there. Got some white flowers coming here. Whatever these are. Oh, some yellow ones. Yeah. The purpley thing going on down there. So, nasturtiums. They're growing like crazy on this side. This side a bit lower. But stuff is still growing. Then we've got the sweet peas at the back there. Can you just see them underneath the tower? The sweet peas, they're getting there. They're getting there. Now my strawberries though, my strawberries, right. We netted the strawberries, didn't we? We netted them, but for some absolutely strange reason, I see them red and then I see them gone, right? So I don't know what's happening. I don't understand it. They're netted and I see them growing. There was loads in there. There was loads Loads and loads. There's nothing now. A few little ones on there. I feed those to the kids when we come, but all the strawberries that were in here, absolutely, utterly, totally gone. I never got to have any of them, so I'm not actually sure what went on there. Nope, don't know. So, right, what else have we got growing? Let's have a look over here. I did plant that one stray cabbage there, just because nothing came up on this row. This is supposed to be onions. Nothing came up. And that's supposed to be parsley root. There's a few bits growing, but what's that? Nothing. Cucumbers, a little bit of growth. No cucumbers coming up here. Those are actually some sort of bean. Some sort of bean I planted. I don't, because, you know, I was panicking, wasn't I? I was panicking, so I planted a bean all around there. Celeriac, well, a big clump of celeriac going on there, a clump there. And look at these are supposed to be onions. They're like onions for dolls' houses. What are they? Honestly, I know it looks dry. I did water it at the weekend. I water it when I'm here, but I don't know what's going on there. So, right, so we've got all the radishes here. Oh, they are growing like that. Oh, look at the sweet peas that are nipped out. I nipped them out, and look how much they're growing now. Oh, they're nearly up to the second rung. Brilliant. But look at these peas. We have got snap pea flowers. Look at that. Got flowers on them. That is amazing. Don't know if you can see because it's gone dark. Sorry, there we go. Flowers, they are growing like absolute billy-o, so they should be producing peas soon. Right, we've got, I think they're beetroot, and these, oh look at these, look. What are you saying about that then? That's one sort of radish. These ones are the pink ones, aren't they, if I remember rightly? Look. So we've got two different sorts of radish there. What was the third one? Wasn't the third one a black one? I don't know if they've grown yet. Is it worth pulling out? Just in case, shall we? But it won't do any harm, will it? Why would it? Won't do any harm. Let's pull. Let's see what's going on. No, they're not growing yet. Right, forget that. But the pink ones, absolutely, definitely, they have grown. Look at those. Look, there's loads of them. Loads and loads. They are growing like nobody's business. There you go, 2 radishes. Can't take more than that because it won't get eaten tonight. There you go, 2 radishes, a little bit of a harvest. Okay, here's the peppers. Well, they're not dead. They're about to flower, so when they've flowered, maybe they will start producing peppers. So I think we might be in luck with those. But yeah, so far, so good. Sweet peas. Sweet peas are growing a little bit, aren't they? They're getting a little bit taller, these. Little harvest there. I could pull out more, but they just wouldn't get eaten. Let's have a look. Even the herbs. I know you all said they'd all outgrow this palette. But so what? Does it matter? Does it matter? Look, I've had lavender. The lavender even flowered. It doesn't matter that they'll outgrow it because I can dig them up and put them somewhere else if I have to. You know, they'll only grow as much as they can. What can I say? But yeah, all the herbs on there. All growing nicely. That's a variegated sage. Thank you to everybody who told me what that was. I haven't written on there. Actually, I could do that. That's a job to do, isn't it? Variegated sage. But yeah, that's doing absolutely fine. What I'm not going to show you is the sunflower plot because I'm so disappointed by it. I'm just going to give it another 2 weeks. I'm so gutted. The sunflower, I can't bring myself to show you, honestly. It's so bad. After all the bragging about the fantastic sunflowers I had last year, it's pitiful. It's absolutely pitiful. There's some growing, but I need them to be bigger before I even attempt to show you them because it's so dire. Honestly, so we'll avoid those. But let's have a look at these. There we go. We've got the nasturtiums growing nicely. We've got some pumpkins, mini pumpkins and squashes. And also, because I was panicking, last week I'd planted some more beans here. So I've also got beans growing here and they've grown within a week. So they'll grow up there as well. It was just in case the pumpkins didn't grow. And the squash is the same over there. So things are growing because we have had sun. Some sun. I don't know what they are. I think they might be a weed actually. I don't know what that is. I'm just leaving it in case it's something. Right, but yeah, same here. They've been nibbled a bit by something. Something is eating them. But if it eats them, it might not eat me pumpkins. So, and then I put the remainder of the cabbage there because nothing was growing. Some little bits have started to grow there and there, and definitely along there. I can't remember if this was broccoli. I can't remember. I'd have to watch the video back. But there's 2 rows of something growing just because we've only had a couple of days sun. Playing a little bit of catch up with the sun, I think. So aside from watering the plants, there's not really much I can do with the plants today. They do need a water, and I will do that. So frivolous jobs, as you know, got tons of frivolous jobs we've been getting on with. And today's is going to be, I think, the entrance. So this bit where we come, bring the bark up and go onto here. It's a nice wide entrance, but I do want bark there and stones and slabs and whatnot. So we did put a temporary fix there to stop the wood chip coming over there. But you know what, we might as well start at this end. We might as well remove all that, move all that, sort out some sort of edge on there to do a little step up to make it a bit more even. Get all the weeds and stuff off there, clear that so we can put bark there and bark there. So yeah, I think today what we're going to concentrate on is just creating some sort of little lip, sort of, you know, small step up onto there. It does sink a little bit there, so it needs to be a bit lower there, a bit higher there, sorry, to level it out here. I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. So I need to make some sort of thing here to be able to put that bit of wood down into. So I've got a couple of broken slabs to remove and dig it out so that I can sort of hammer that in, because otherwise it's just a bit too high like that. Okay, I think I've done that now. Hammered that in there. I'll get the soil and I shall backfill here along that edge to neaten it up. The grass will, to neaten it up, and the grass will grow back there in no time whatsoever. But yeah, this soil that we've taken out, we can just backfill it onto there, like so. Thinking about it, I will need to secure this a bit more than just banging it between the 2 posts, because it is going to take some hammers in it when any wheels of the truck go over it, etc, etc. So I can't just leave it just wedged between those 2 posts. I am going to stake it in as well. So I'm going to bang these stakes in. My hammering skills are on a par with my drilling and my sawing skills. Just going to brush up all this here, dig up any of these weeds here, put the weed membrane back over it, okay, and do that edge there as well. When that's all weeded and when all the membrane's on, then we can put the wood chips on. Back a bit, I think. This is comfrey, and it goes a little bit crazy and starts flopping over. ouch, and it's spiky, prickly. I'm not quite sure how you describe it. Not pleasant to touch anyway. This will go in the compost. It's a tricky one to get me to be able to show you me weeding that. So just imagine I'm pulling all that up, giving it a sweep, so that we're at that stage there. Here, just going to pull it all up and put it on the compost heap. Okay, I've got to that stage now. Put a little bit of weed membrane down where there was a couple of holes. The wood chip is going to go directly on top of there, so it doesn't matter what that looks like. But for now, I think we can do certainly here and up there with the wood chip. Okay, I'm getting a little bit bored of that job now, so I'm just going to break it up a little bit, and I'm going to water the plants because it's been hot for 3 or 4 days. Like I say, we've had no rain apart from maybe a little tiny bit. Everywhere's dry, so I need to get everything watered. So let's break up that little job by doing something frivolous like watering the plants. Well, that's much needed watering done, and also the little little bee feeders topped up with water as well. So, yeah, it's looking lush. It's looking watered, isn't it? I've actually seen a couple of strawberries down there, so I'm going to take those home because all the others were robbed by something. Not quite sure. I'm thinking mice, but yeah. We go. So that, I couldn't show you before because Meadow was here, but she's gone now. It's a bit messy, but I can put the recliner there. So the bench was there. I can put the recliner there. The sun can get to the sweet peas, and I've still yet to plant that lavender, which we'll do shortly, behind there. And like I said, I moved the bench over there. But yeah, look, everything is looking a little bit better, isn't it? A little bit. I'm just going to put the bark into this bucket and then transfer it over there to that side. Okay, so what do you think? A little bit done. I won't be able to do where that plant is until it's died down in the winter. I shoved it on. I shoved it under as much as I could do underneath it, but when that dies down, I will completely more or less sort of cover that over again with some membrane. Maybe just leave enough room for that plant to come through because it does make a nice little bit of a hedge. Right, so next I'm going to do this bit here. Right, well that's not bad, is it? One load has done all that there to there. I think actually I might put slabs on here up to that edge just to stop the wood chip kicking off, because that's the last thing. So I think I might sweep some of that away, put the slabs on, take the bark out of my shoes because as per usual inappropriately got the wrong shoes on my feet for doing this sort of thing. So I'll just shake the bark out, move a bit out of the way, put 2 slabs down and see how we go from there. Okay, that was a good test of this step as well. Kill two birds with one stone there. Whew. Right, let's carry on. Right, I just filmed this, but didn't have it pointed at this. Right, so what I've done is I've just packed it underneath this one. And I was just saying to camera that this will need continual packing as it rots. Because don't forget, this stuff will rot. So be aware, if you do anything like what I'm doing here, keep an eye on it. And I'm telling you this because this is a step. Right, so what you don't want with a step is a trip hazard, okay? I don't need any more things going on here that could possibly break my neck. So just, if you do a step like me on there like that, please just keep an eye on it. Make sure as it's sinking, as it rots, make sure you just pack it up with more of the same. There we go. For now, though, I think that is okay. We can make some finer adjustments should I find myself tripping over it. Right, tell you what we're going to do. I'll remove that piece of wood down there. Remember we put a piece of wood down there. Do you remember, to stop it falling out here? We can take that piece of wood off now and then just put the rest of the bark across there. Let's get this bark off here and onto the floor. Oop. Right, that went a little bit wrong. That's because I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. Right, let's just get this off here. Here we go. Right, one sec. I've just made that look super hard. It's not that hard. Oh my goodness. Right. Let's just get this down there. Right, tell you what, for now I'm just going to leave it. Going to let it settle, going to let it see what I need to do to it next. I might need to lift one of those, chop away at the earth underneath, just because I think it might just be a bit of a lumpy bit of earth. But you know, it's trial and error. But you get the general idea. That is what we're going for. We are now at our utmost. I'm going to try our utmost to rescue this lavender that was in this pot. Do you remember last week, I think I said we need to look, it's flowered, but there's not much greenery going on. It's just not liking it in there. It got too wet. It just got too wet and too cold. So we're going to try and save it. And even if we don't save it, even if we don't manage to save it, what I will do is I'll put it in the ground, but I will buy another one. Possibly not this year. We'll see how it goes. If it is definitely dead this year, I might just dig it up and put a new one in, because I love lavender and I have had that one quite a while. That's on its third year. So what we're going to do, it's a bit of a dead space there. You know, you don't walk into it, you don't go into it. And because I've moved the bench from this area to behind there, like I say, over there, and we just have it. I've got my lounger here and another chair should I need it, but that's just a dead space. So I'm going to cut the liner out, the weed membrane. I'm going to dig it over. I'm going to try and transplant it into there. I took that piece of wood off the, remember just a moment ago, the bark where I planted the cabbages. I took that off, it had the pegs in it to hold it down. So you know what? I think we might as well use it on here. Just as an edge to stop, when the bark comes on here, just to stop the bark going onto the soil. Might as well, it doesn't need to be a deep bed. It's only for that lavender. Right, so what I'm going to do is just going to cut. probably should have done this long ago. Oh, it's very weedy. All weeds in there, so I'm going to tip it out. Oh, try and get rid of some of them weeds if I can and get it in there, but you know what, I just think I've left it a little bit too late. Fingers crossed. Oh, okay, let's stick the storage on. We don't need to deter the slugs and snails with this, we're just making it look pretty, I think. With a bit of luck, we have managed to save it. There we go. Just going to give it a water, and this is a perfect place to say goodbye and thank you so much. Please press the like if you haven't already. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? It's absolutely, totally free. And I really appreciate every single subscribe and your comments. I love your comments, and I try and answer all of them if I can. Okay, so until next time, I've still got tons more to do. Look at that blue sky. Blue sky. We love blue sky. See you next week.